It's okay. Che, oye, che. Platíquete ya, adiós.
But like I said, like you wouldn't shove a kid just because he like kicks the back of your plane seat or he's like kicking your foot or something. Like, you know better. You know you would destroy this kid, man. You know you would one punch this kid through the train station, bro. IRL streamer destroys his career pushing an old man in Japan live. Another individual afflicted by the social media brain rot, and how some people would just do anything at all just for a little bit of clicks. But yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what it's about.
This moron of an IRL streamer decided to disturb a subway train in Japan, and then when confronted by an elder Japanese man, he decided to forcefully push him to the ground. I'm actually kind of shocked that people are not only dumb enough to do this, but live stream themselves acting like this as well. The dude even dressed up like Luffy in the same way Johnny Somali did when he was over there harassing the citizens of Japan, which ended up with him getting arrested and spending 3 months in jail for. But this guy somehow seems to be worse because Johnny never assaulted anyone, from what we know at least.
But don't get him messed up. Johnny Somali was still a complete and utter menace, dancing naked in front of people and kids. I'm guessing this guy was just another tier of Shameless, where he's just out here committing crimes on his camera. All these people need to get locked up and tossed into like some island somewhere, man. Him, it was Vitaly as well. He's still learning his lesson in the Philippines, been locked up for like over a year or so. Yeah, man, these people need to go.
Johnny was extremely offensive and harassed a ton of people, but this seems to be stooping to a new low. So here's the setup of the situation. He's sitting in priority sitting for the disabled, elders, and women who are pregnant, being loud. So an elder approached him and tapped him first. After that, he came back and he kind of started pushing his face away. And then the third time this happens.
Yeah, for people who don't know, speaking on public transportation on the phone really loudly in Japan is a complete taboo thing. Like, they do not do that.
It's okay. Che, oye, che. Platíquete ya, adiós. Mira, poco, dile. Hey, stop, bro. Don't touch me, bro.
How did we get here? Like, why are we filming ourselves treating elders like this? I get the older guy touched him first, but still, that is an extreme overreaction. It's kind of depressing how much more common filming yourself acting like this is becoming, though. I guess the upside is at least they're exposing themselves for who they really are, but still, it's alarming behavior being displayed now. The main question is, would Japan actually take this serious enough to charge him with assault? I don't know. But as I mentioned earlier, there is quite a bit of context to this clip. So let's go as far back as what we can, because the larger clip starts with him right before he gets on the train. Here, everything starts with him talking to a random woman about her relationship. So he then invites her to go drinking, but then another guy shows up before his train.
And my boyfriend angry.
Your boyfriend angry?
Angry. My friend.
Your friend, my friend.
My friend. My friend.
Let's go.
My friend.
This.
So his train arrives, so he gets on board while talking to a stream and sits down in an elderly/disabled person's seat.
Eso es lo que no sabe el hijo, che. Lo que no sabe el hijo es que su madre me ha dicho que me quiere tocar el no. Ay, Dios mío. No para de llamarme tú. Me he sentado a posta lejos aquí y dice... Dice, ah, no. What do you mean? No volumen. It's okay or no? What is this?
So this context definitely changes a lot. Most people only saw that first viral clip of him shoving them, but his reaction was still unacceptable in my head, at least. I decided to AI dub the aftermath until the actual push from him happens, so we actually can understand what he's saying.
What's happened? You can't make noise, can you? I don't know. It won't warm me up. You know it's not gonna warm me up. Deported. Defeated. No. No. I won't say anything. You don't have to do that. Never. I've already said that. What happened? No, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing has happened. A lot has. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Bye. Hey, stop it, bro. Don't touch me, bro. Stop it, people. Bye. Hey. That's it. Bye.
Yeah, I really do not like that he shoved the elder like that.
All this context, honestly, the old man is kind of in the wrong because he's the one that did it first. But just as if a kid bothers you, if a kid shoves you in the face, are you going to shove a kid? Maybe this old man is like, you know, very fed up at the fact that you're not following, you know, Japanese customs. But there was no reason for the old guy to even touch him like that, really. But like I said, like, you wouldn't shove a kid just because he like kicks the back of your plane seat or he's like kicking your foot or something. Like, you know better. You know you would destroy this kid, man. You know you would one punch this kid through the train station, bro. Come on, we could give the old man some leeway and maybe be like, yo, like, what's up? But it does make me see the clip in a different light.
Tapped him, he pushed his face, but still, this is one of those situations that I would just kind of get up and leave instead of retaliating and staying put. He then explains himself to his stream in Spanish, but I dubbed that as well.
Sorry. Well, guys, I know he's drunk. I know he is. He's driving, he's drunk. But man, you come once. You don't come a second time. Well, if you come a third time, you take her away.
Okay, so he thinks he was drunk, which could be the case since it is a 11:30 p.m. train, and I saw a bunch of locals were saying this is the last train of the night. But still, both are in the wrong here. I understand that most likely the old man was very upset to see an IRL streamer being loud and streaming in front of him, because from what I've seen, people sit in silence on subways there. Could be wrong, but that seems to be the norm. And John...
Yeah, a lot of people always think about Japan and think, yo, it must be so nice to go to Japan. People are respectful, people are calmer over there. But when people actually go over there, it's a complete culture shock because they do things the complete opposite way that we do it over here in Western society, where we like to let our opinions be known. They like to, you know, say everything out loud. Over there, things are a little bit more demure, if you want to say it like that. People are a little bit more calm, reserved. Like I said, people do not talk in public transportation. Like, if somebody were to talk loudly in public transportation, people would look at you like you're insane. But here in New York, where people take the trains every day, it is normal for a crackhead to come in and start hollering and dancing around and jumping around. That is normal over here. It is not over there. So it's kind of a trade-off going over there in Japan. Like, people are a little bit more chill, but you have to bend to their way of doing things, man, because that's their culture.
He really essentially destroyed the Japanese perception of IRL streaming, and it probably didn't help that he was dressed the same way as Johnny when Johnny did all of his wild stuff. But a railway employee did get involved.
What is the problem?
一回降りてもらって後ろにいいですか？
なあ、じゃないと、おかみさん待ってるんで。
あ、わかりました。
そうなんじゃないですよ。
ありがとうございます。
こいつのために。
ありがとうございます。It's okay, thank you, brother. Y ya está, nos vamos y ya está. Hay que semanas, ¿eh?
Okay, so he was moved down the train, but not kicked off. Then he was told again to be quiet by the staff.
Sí, es el primero que me ha llegado a calentar, pero porque es que ha venido 3 veces.
This man can't be any more obnoxious. He has like bells on him. He's just constantly talking. And another reason this may have happened is just because people know about the Johnny Somali situation and how he was just being a complete and utter menace to society over there.
Okay, so we can assume that being loud caused the altercation, but both went about it the wrong way. But looking at some of his other streams, apparently he just camped at some random person's doorstep, so when they woke up and I guess saw him laying there, they called the cops.
Mi gente, hoy toca performada máxima.
こんばんは、こんにちは。どうしたんですか？
A la policía directamente, nada más despertar. Let's go.
What
And then him and his
in
friend also
tarnation?
fired fireworks into a strip mall there.
No, no, no. ¿Qué eso dispara?
All right, up until this point, I was giving this guy the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, he didn't look too insane. But yeah, all of that goes out the window. This dude, honestly, pack him up as well. Send him back to the U.S. or wherever he's from. He sounds like maybe Brazilian or something.
Para, tío. ¿Qué haces? Para. Deportado, tío. Deportado, gilipollas.
So, I wouldn't say this is the best behavior to do when you're abroad. Is it really that much to ask to not stream yourself being a head in public, especially when you're in foreign countries. But after the whole train event, he was banned on both Twitch and Kick, so he then apologized. And his apology reads like this: I admit that my behavior was not the most correct with this person, and I apologize, but I promise that it was with the purpose of defending myself against the constant intimidation that was against me. In Japan, people are really respectful and very good, and they're always very hospitable and calm. But unfortunately, I had to live this experience traveling on a train in Fukuoka. And we shouldn't generalize, but Japan is a Sujo country. Both the other person I acted badly, the gentleman for being rude to me and trying to hit me 3 times in a row, and I for pushing him. I hope the context is clear and I acted only in a defensive position and never to hurt anyone. I don't know. I feel like the first shove was way too hard and then the second was not needed, but could just be me. I just felt like that was way over the top for what the old man was doing to him there. I just don't like how the guy streams for content. Like, showing up to another country, farming and being a scumbag for a living just sucks.
Let's say I'm in the guy's situation and this guy has been poking my face and maybe I'm respectful and I feel like I haven't done too much. Man, I might just like push you just a little bit. Maybe not as far as the guy did where he kind of sent them to the other side of the train, but you know, like, I'm not gonna let you kind of poke me in my face for this long. That shove to an old man, the poor old man looked like he was like above 70. His fragile bones couldn't have took too much of a shoving. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, please hit the like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow immensely. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.